In 2014, Cards Against Humanity, a company known for its boundary-pushing humor and creative marketing, embarked on one of its most memorable and unconventional projects, the purchase of a 6-acre island in Maine's St. George Lake. This was no ordinary business acquisition. Instead, it was a bold blend of absurdist fun, charitable giving, and environmental stewardship, an initiative that would become known as the Hawaii 2 Project. The story begins with the company's founders, a group of high school friends from Chicago, who had already made a name for themselves with their irreverent card game. Cards Against Humanity's brand was rooted in satire, communal experiences, and a willingness to poke fun at nearly anything, including themselves. By 2014, their annual holiday promotions had become highly anticipated events. Previous years saw quirky stunts, such as the Holiday Hole, where fans paid to dig a pointless hole in the ground, and the Give Cards Against Humanity $5 campaign, in which thousands of people willingly sent the company cash just for the joke. But for the 2014 holiday season, the team wanted to do something bigger, something that would simultaneously surprise, amuse, and make a positive impact. Their inspiration stemmed from a tongue-in-cheek infographic they'd created in 2012, suggesting that the money raised for Wikimedia could have been used to buy a private island in Belize. The joke lingered in their minds, and as they brainstormed ways to combine humor, charity, and conservation, it evolved into an actionable plan. Buy an island, not in a far-off tropical locale, but in the heart of Maine, and use it as the centerpiece for a holiday campaign. The island, known locally as Birch Island, had long been a beloved spot for the residents of Liberty, Maine. Uninhabited and heavily wooded, it was used informally for swimming, picnicking, and camping. For decades, it had served as a kind of unofficial public park, even as it remained in private hands. When the Bed Key/Fox Family Trust put it up for sale, Cards Against Humanity saw an opportunity, not just to acquire land for a stunt, but to preserve it as a natural sanctuary for wildlife and public enjoyment. The company purchased the property for roughly $190,000 to $200,000, a modest sum for such a unique piece of land. In a playful twist typical of Cards Against Humanity, they rechristened it Hawaii 2, a pun on the main island, and a jab at the idea of exotic real estate. This new name even made its way onto Google Maps, thanks to a friend of the company showing the deed to a Google employee, though it was never legally recognized by the USGS or other official bodies. The purchase was closely tied to Cards Against Humanity's 10 days or whatever of Kwanzaa holiday promotion. For $15, participants received 10 mystery gifts over several weeks. $1 from each purchase was donated to the Sunlight Foundation, a nonprofit advocating for government transparency and open data, resulting in a $250,000 contribution. The final gift, revealed during the campaign's climax, was a certificate granting each participant a license to 1 square foot of Hawaii 2. Accompanying the certificate was a small CAH flag and a map of their designated square. The license allowed holders to use the entire island for non-intensive, non-commercial, and non-motorized recreational activities, like hiking, swimming, and birdwatching. It was, above all, a tongue-in-cheek gesture. Recipients could now claim, half seriously, half jokingly, that they owned a piece of a private island. Of course, the licenses were symbolic. Cards Against Humanity retained legal ownership through a subsidiary, Hawaii 2, LLC. Transferring actual title for 250,000 square foot parcels would have created a bureaucratic nightmare, tripping land use and subdivision laws, creating administrative headaches, and inviting massive fees and taxes. Instead, the licenses served as a clever workaround, letting fans participate in the joke while keeping the island's management simple and centralized. From the outset, preservation was a central goal. Hawaii 2 was to be kept wild and undeveloped, protecting its existing ecosystem and maintaining a space for wildlife to thrive. To this end, Cards Against Humanity established a set of rules for visitors. Only low-impact recreation was allowed. No trash or personal belongings could be left behind, and absolutely no harm was to be done to the trees or landscape. The company even threatened, in their signature sardonic style, to curse your family for 1,000 generations, should anyone damage the natural environment. A caretaker was appointed to check the island periodically, removing any stray items, including the CAH flags that visitors were allowed to plant temporarily, and ensuring the island remained clean. The project drew a variety of reactions from Liberty's small population. Some welcomed the continued public access and the commitment to conservation, while others worried that thousands of owners might overrun the island, bringing litter, noise, or even environmental harm. The town's code enforcement officer soon raised legal concerns, arguing that issuing 250,000 licenses constituted an illegal subdivision, and that certain structures, like a shed and a platform, built as part of a related puzzle contest, violated local zoning laws. CAH responded by clarifying the symbolic nature of the licenses, removing the disputed structures, and modifying the island's rules to further limit impact. Despite these early bumps, Hawaii 2 quickly settled into its new role as a protected public space. Reports from 2015 indicated that the island remained peaceful and clean, with only occasional visitors making the trek across the lake. Most license holders enjoyed their ownership as a humorous talking point rather than a call to action, with only a few making the journey to plant their flag or snap a photo. Online, the project was celebrated as a quirky, feel-good tale, proof that an internet joke could become a force for good. The Hawaii 2 project stands as a testament to Cards Against Humanity's unique approach at the intersection of commerce, comedy, and activism. Not only did the campaign raise a substantial sum for charity and entertain hundreds of thousands of fans, but it also preserved a slice of American wilderness for future generations. The island remains accessible to the public, serving as both a nature sanctuary and a monument to the power of creative, community-driven conservation. Ultimately, Hawaii 2 is more than just a marketing stunt or a footnote in the annals of internet culture. It's a reminder that humor, when harnessed with purpose and imagination, can create lasting, positive change. By protecting a tiny island in Maine, Cards Against Humanity managed to blur the lines between joke and legacy, leaving both a smile and a patch of wild green for all to share.